Mia! Welcome back to me. I'm back home in Panama and I'm so excited, so thankful to be back. Listen, I thought I would share with you all the stuff that I brought. Okay, I left here with one suitcase and one carry-on. And my suitcase was really light because I wanted to leave room for the stuff that I wanted to bring back. Now, if you recall, I went to South Africa in 2023. And at that time, even though I had downsized everything, but there were some things that I thought I might need, you know, like knives and stuff. So I had a packed suitcase in my cousin's garage. So I opened it up and then, you know, I gave away some stuff and I threw away some stuff. And then I had to get all my my legal documents. There were some manuals, all my recipes. I spent hours sifting through my recipes, which I'd like to put in a file online, but that's going to take a long time, man. I don't have that kind of time. So I brought a lot of stuff. So by the time I finished, I had the carry-on and I decided to stuff it, and I said I would turn it in, you know, as a piece of luggage. And then the suitcase I had at the house, at my cousin's house, plus the one that I brought, 2 large suitcases. And when I booked, that's another story about the ticket stuff. Copa really did me wrong this time. But anyway, it's another conversation. But the ticket I bought, the return ticket, I had a round trip ticket initially, but my return date was supposed to be the 11th. So I changed it to the 4th, and that's when all the drama with Copa happened. I'll talk to you about that later on. But so I went through Chip O'Air, I think. I used to use them a lot, and I got the ticket for way less than what Copa was giving me, which makes absolutely no sense. But with that ticket, I had 1 free bag. So I said, okay, you can take one of the bags. And then I put the 2 bags I'm allotted. Oh no, it didn't work like that. So 1 bag, they charged me $55. And the next little carrier, that was the last one, she said $150. Anyway, I wasn't very happy. But that whole flight, and then I got all turned around inside Orlando Airport, which, you know, they have a new wing, and I had to go to security twice. Anyway, another conversation. You know me, I always have drama. Drama seems to follow me. Why? Anyway. So in my suitcase that I had left, let me tell you the things I'm like, oh, I need this. Oh, I need this. So I found this bag that I had wrapped stuff in. And, you know, there's scissors. I have that here. And I found one of my knives, but it's kind of dull now, but I love the handle. It was a Japanese set that I had bought. So I need to find one of those sharpeners. I think I've seen one here. And these little kind of butter knife looking things that I had at the cafe, I like those. So I got that. Found my paring knife. Some twirl, but I already got some here, you know, to wrap my bouquet garni, those kind of things. And a frother. I already bought another one to make your latte. And these things work, okay? So that was one. And let's see, another bag that I found. It was like, I felt like I was, it was Christmas Day. I was like, ooh, let me see what's in there. I mean, it's been 2 years now, okay? I found my tostones presser, my plantain presser, but that's very generic and unscientific, but that's what I've been using all this time. But I went somewhere and I saw these, so I bought a new one where you could put the fried plantain here and you press it, so it's all going to be knives and the same size. A little too perfect, but that's fine. That's fine. Then my spatula. I love this spatula. I know I can use other things, and I've used other things in my cousin's house, but this is what the chefs use. Okay. Yeah, I have that here. Oh, and also my serrated knife, beloved serrated knife. You know, heavy. So I'm a happy camper. You know, I tell people don't bring a lot of stuff to Panama, but if you're a cook and you have good knives and good cookery or cookware, I'd say bring it, because the quality of the stuff we find here is not quite the same, okay? I'm not, saying anything negative. It's a fact. All right. And I'm not a big Amazon shopper. I haven't bought anything here from Amazon. And, we're trying not to, So, all right. The other thing, next time I record, we're going to have and I'll tell you, the image, the swivel thing, what do they call it? Auto face tracker. I'll show you, I got it. Oh, okay, and here, those are what do they call those? When you put the pastry cream or the frosting and then you just squeeze. I got two. Now, I'm sure I can find those here, but these have, I'm attached to those because they're from the Chef's Warehouse, which is a store in Orlando I used to go to get all the best cookware, but I think they closed. So sad. All right, so I'm happy I have those. But what I was looking for was that it's a round thing, you hold it and then you just mash like when you're making biscuit, just to mix the flour with the butter. I looked all over. I was in Walmart, I couldn't find it. I'm sure I would have found it at the Chef's Warehouse. So I'll keep looking, and if I'm making biscuits, which is very rarely because all that flour, not for me, but my hands still work. Arthritis has not set in. Thank you, Lord. These are your best tools, okay? Just wash and go to work. Okay. The other thing, you're going to think I'm silly, right? I used to buy these by the boxes when I was at the cafe. This is a pint. You put soups in there. You sell all kinds of things. I couldn't find exactly these. So when I saw those two, I'm like, I don't care. I'm bringing them. Because I've been looking for them. I can't find exactly this here. All right. See what I'm excited? I'm like a kid in the kiddie store. Okay. This is one of my beloved plates. It says pottery, and it's from B. Willow. I love this. I said, I'm wrapping it. I am bringing it. And I did. I'm so excited. Aren't you excited for me? I'm a happy camper. See, I walked in here. It smelled a little musty, so I had the AC on, and I opened the window. So now I'm going to do laundry today, and then tomorrow it's going to be scrub, scrub, scrub. And I bought the Demperid and I put it in my closet. That thing is full of water. So that moisture, ladies and gents, be careful with that. It's real. Okay? All right. Now, what did I buy? The things that I bought. This one I just bought peanut butter because I bought cassava. They call it cassava bread. I had two. I already ate one yesterday. The thing that is bad with me is that I tend to binge. If I like something, I'm going to eat it until it's gone. I'm so sorry, but that's bad. That's why if it's something really bad, it wouldn't be good. So I went and got some peanut butter. Bowl and Basket here in Panama is a good brand. So I'm just telling you, they're not paying me to say this, but I find the quality of their stuff is a little higher. So I got cassava. You just spread a little butter. I just had like an iced coffee and cassava today. That's all I've had so far. So I'm not so bad. What else? Oh, I got me a new chef's knife. Knives and cooking stuff for me, it's like shoes, I'm not into shoes, but I just love a good knife. And I bought a cleaver. Chop, chop, chop for the meat. I don't eat much meat, but I thought I need to have one of those in my kitchen. So like I said, I don't encourage people to bring a lot of stuff from home, but if you have good cookware, it's okay to pay that, in my view, to pay that extra money to bring them with you. Yeah, you'll need that. All right, some other things that I had on my list. You know, I had my list, U.S. shopping list. I got some grits. Now, I'm not a grits eater, but I know for some of my recipes I'm going to need it. So I bought the regular grits and I bought the quick minute grits. So in trying to, oh, I don't have that thing. In trying to stay within the allotted 50 pounds, which is really nothing. So I bought a digital scale. I thought I don't know where I put it, but I went to Walmart and got it for like 11 something. And then, you know, you have a suitcase, you have to zero it and then you have to lift it up. And the scale says up to 88 pounds. I was afraid I was going to break out of the handle or the thing. But I was below 50 on both my suitcases, so it works. So get the digital scale, not the one on the ground. I don't think those are accurate, but you have to be able to lift. So if you have like a 70 pounder, don't do that because it's going to break the thing. So I bought a backpack. I had left my regular backpack at home, and then I said, you know, I'm not going to be able to have a carry-on, a backpack, and then my personal bag. It was too much. So I put these in my backpack, so I put all the heavy stuff. I could not put the alky in it because alky has liquid, so I had to kind of put one in each bag. But when I got to security, of course they flagged the backpack. I'm like, oh, here we go. So the lady took this thing out, had a little strip, white, just to make sure I don't have any drugs in there. And I'm like sitting there thinking, oh my God, oh my God. I'd already had a nightmare with finding where I was supposed to go. I travel all the time, but they had me turn around, you know, I had it on my ticket, it says gate B244, and it really was in C244. I'm going to write a review about that for Orlando. MCO, that's not cool. And then the young lady never told me, well, it says B, but it's really C. So I made a run around and I had to go to security twice. And they had to open the bag twice. And they had to, so I was not a happy camper yesterday. I was like, you know, the devil is a liar. I'm going to get on that plane. And then that plane shook for half the trip. And the whole time I'm like, okay, God, okay, that's enough, that's enough. Oh, when we landed, oh, I was so happy. I do not like turbulence. I do not. And that's when I said, why didn't I take my Benadryl? It would have knocked me out. But anyway, she popped open the cover, had to tape it, but it's here. I got the grits. Oh, my God. So, same thing with my Louisiana veal batter. I'm like, I'm getting one of those. I think I might have found this at Reba Smith, but anyway. And then they have a New Orleans one. Well, Louisiana, they're both. So when I cook fish, I like to put them in a veal batter. But you know, I make a regular batter with cornmeal, a little flour, and season it, and it works just as good. But they were wiping this too, wiping to see if it wasn't drug. And I'm like, when the drug person comes, you're going to miss it. Now, here, I found my spirulina. I bought spirulina. I usually buy it from nuts.com. I ordered moringa too. It must be in the bag. So I always like to put those in my smoothies. And I'm so excited I got it. This is algae. And then the moringa, you know, you can buy moringa leaves and make tea. So they're good supplements for your smoothies. And I told this lady that I met, I said, apple cider vinegar, unless you buy the gummies, I try to mix it with water and it's so gross. So now I just pour it in my smoothie and I never have to taste it. So that's the tip for today. Put your apple cider vinegar in your smoothie and you'll be good. All right. I could only bring 2 cans of Aki, only 2, but I'm glad I got 2, right? So excited. I got an Old Bay. I know I've seen this at Reba Smith as well. I was looking for like a bigger container of Slap Your Mama spice, but they were all the same size, and I'm like, I can find that here. But I needed some good baking powder. So you're probably going to say, you can't find this in Panama? I'm pretty sure I can. But how about that? Spirulina moringa. And I found my first aid kit. Listen, I looked all over this apartment, and I'm like, there's no way I would have left that at home. I did. So I'm glad I have it, because it's definitely going to be part of my emergency bag, which the ladies and I are going to talk about for our next monthly meeting. And I bought another tripod, and I bought the auto face tracker. This is the one I'm going to stand on top. It screws on top of the tripod, and then whenever I move, it moves with me. I had to charge it for like, I think 16 hours. I'm excited next weekend to see how that works. So I bought those too. But one of the main things I wanted to buy was an electric broom. I had the hardest time finding one here. So I bought a sharp one. It came in a box, and I'm like, that's taking too much space in my suitcase. So I took it apart, and I have, the handle, and this, maybe there's another couple of pieces there. So, okay. And the other thing I want to show you that I bought, planter bottoms. Listen, I've been several places. I can buy the pot for the plant, but they never have these. So it was on my list. And as I was doing landscaping for my home, I was like, I'm getting some planter bottoms. So I'm so excited. Now I can get plants, right? Because I'm going to plant some pineapple and things that I know can grow on my patio. Okay. And I found these cuties at Aldi's. I never shopped at Aldi's when I was at home, but boy, the one that we went to on Colonial Drive on 50 was so nice. It had all kinds of fresh berries and fruits, and it was packed. Because food cost is so high right now in the U.S., so Aldi is a good alternative for most people. They don't sell everything, but you can find a lot of stuff. So I bought these little clusters. I'm going to gift a couple of ladies some of those because they're good with coffee as a snack, and it's kind of guilt-free. I'm not a big proponent of prepackaged food, but I'm making, because I tasted it was good. And I make a good granola, so I can replace that. And the last thing I want to show you, I didn't need hair product because I'm not fancy with my hair, and I make a rosemary oil. I boil. It could be coconut oil, it could be olive oil, it could be grapeseed oil, and then I put rosemary, bay leaves, cloves. You can even put thyme if you want, and then you strain it, and then that's what I use on my scalp, and it really works. But what I needed was the hair for my braids, because I tell you, I'm not fancy with my hair, but when I do the braids, I do it myself. It takes me maybe 3 or 4 hours to do it. I'm watching a documentary, watching the news, and that's what I, not something to drink, and I do it myself. And I think it looks fine. I don't see the point of paying somebody $80, $90 to do something I can do for myself. I know, I'm that cheap, yes. But the hair, the quality of the hair is not the same here. So I went to my regular store, and I bought like multiple, how they come with the big bag, but I was like, that's gonna take room and space and weight. So I took them out and I put them in here, and then I wrapped them up, and these are the babies. That's how I brought them here. I know. Okay, so I bought my hair, and I have to figure out how I'm going to store it, but I got hair. The other thing I made sure I got were some good lip gloss, and also the little brush that I put on my edges so my gray doesn't show too much. So I got that. I think I did pretty good. I wish I could have brought more ackee. One sister asked me to bring her a bottle of some peppers. I did, but I have to be so careful with the weight, So I'm a happy camper. I'm going to be doing laundry. I'm going to clean, and it's like back to the grind. I am blessed. I hope you enjoy this. You're always hanging out with me with my shenanigans, but I like to share some things with you. I was blessed. I had a friend checking on an apartment. Thank you, Jackie. You're the best. So now I have to cook for her. That's how I show love and my thanks. But a lot of places I need to really scrub and use some vinegar, and scrub the toilet, the floor. So I'm going to be busy for the next few days. All right, guys, that's all I have. God loves you. I love you. Au revoir à la prochaine. Bye.